going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a good one for you. I'm super excited for this just because it has been a while. Actually, I haven't actually done a setup tour. I wanted to at my old place, but I didn't actually get a chance to. So I'm kind of excited to show you guys just exactly what my setup looks like, and then everything that I have in my office, and just like that I use equipment wise to live stream, to record videos and everything like that. And before we get into this, please leave a like, subscribe. I would appreciate it. So just to let you guys know, everything is going to be linked down in the description that I use equipment wise, and then like my PC, everything with that is going to be down there. So you can find most of this just by like Googling the name of it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So moving into the office, just from the outside, you see I have all my shelves and stuff on the right here. Got a little futon there, and then my light in the corner. A lot of this looks really cool when it's lit up. It's kind of harder to see during the day, but especially at night, like once I start recording, it looks a lot different in here. As for my setup itself, I've got my desk up against these double windows here. Over in the corner, this is just my closet. Has all my clothes and stuff in it. It's not super big. Moving on to this shelf just holds a lot of like our essentials and stuff. It's mostly used just for like, as you can see, like paper towels and stuff. It's kind of like a storage shelf. We didn't have anywhere else in the apartment to put it, and honestly, I was a little more annoyed with the way I had this room set up the first time. I used to have my desk in the middle of the room and then a shelf beside it, and then the Costco shelf that we have was like on that other wall, and it just didn't look good. It was like very unfunctional in here. It was super crammed, but with everything being like up against the walls and the windows now, it's like so much more open space, and it's honestly just like, it just looks so much nicer and it's so much more functional. So I do enjoy that a lot more. All right, so as for the setup itself, which is the most important part of the office, starting with my desk and chair. Desk I got off of Amazon. I don't know if they actually make it anymore, but it's been amazing. Just super like high quality, just because I've had it for so long. It fits kind of the purpose of what I need. As for my chair, this thing is awesome. I can't remember the brand of it, but I'll put it on screen here. The brand itself is just like a little more expensive, and we didn't actually buy it. We won it through my mom's work. We've had it for, I think, like 6 years now, and like I took it when I went to college, and I've had it now, but like having a high quality office chair, like when you're sitting in here for a while or gaming or anything, is so important, because like my back, it really doesn't bother me with this chair just because of like how high quality it is and everything. And it's just nice when I'm in here for like longer periods of time, it doesn't bother me. All right, so as for some of the electronics, we'll start with my two monitors. First one, the horizontal one, is where I do most of my gaming and everything. So that is just gonna have like the gameplay itself, or if I'm video editing, that's the monitor I use. And then the vertical one is, honestly, it's the first time I've ever done a vertical monitor was with this setup. And I like it so much better because my chat and like my screen that I see myself on when I'm recording or anything like that, it's so much easier to like see it when it's vertical. So I highly recommend it if you stream or anything like that. Like, just try it out. It's not for everyone, but I really enjoy having that vertical monitor. So moving on from my monitors, we have my mic, just a HyperX Quadcast. I really like it because it has the adjustable volume on it, so I can kind of mess with that without like going all the way over to my OBS screen. And then also, if you tap to mute it, and then another cool feature of it is it has the tap to mute. So this is really nice when I don't want to actually like hit my Stream Deck and everything like that. I'll move on to that, I guess, next. Like, my Stream Deck is super, super nice. It's an Elgato one. It really wasn't like super pricey, and for like switching transitions and stuff like that, it's just really nice because it makes it super simple, and I don't have to like actually tab over and switch to my scenes and stuff like that. A Stream Deck is really, really good for guys who like actually end up streaming. All right, so moving on from that, we have my keyboard, mouse, and headset, all gonna be RAZER branded. The headset is wireless, but I honestly use it wired most of the time just because I'm tabbing back and forth from my computer to my PlayStation. The keyboard itself has the pressurized keys, so it actually senses like how far down the key is pressed, and it's kind of like the open bottom concept, which I really like because when I spray it out, it stays pretty clean. I bought a cheaper mouse from RAZER just because I don't game as much with it. I'm starting to more, but honestly, for the price, I think this was like $20. Super, super high quality. The keyboard and headset were a little bit more than that, but happy with both of those as well. Moving on from that, we have like my PC itself. It's a build Redux. I have a video on my channel already where I unboxed my headset, so you guys can actually see that there. I'll put the link to that down in the description. It's a little older video, but you get a good feel for like what's in it, how it works, and everything like that. But for having it for 2.5, coming up on 3 years now, it's been super great, and I haven't really had any big issues with it, so I'm pretty happy with how my PC turned out. The last part of my setup that has to do with my computer is my camera. So this is how I use my webcam and everything like that. It actually has a screen that you can flip up on this back side, which is kind of nice, because then when you turn it on, you can actually like see yourself in it when you're sitting down and everything. Obviously, it's gonna see my phone right now, but you can see me in it. Now, at this point in the video, I will say, like, I don't recommend spending a ton of money on streaming or videos or anything like that if you're not like fully comfortable or like really know that you want to do it, especially recently, because I haven't had as much time to dedicate to my YouTube or my Twitch or anything like that. It has kind of opened my eyes to like, maybe I shouldn't have spent as much. I'm very happy that I did though. And like, I'm super happy with the Canon and like everything else in my setup, but like you don't have to do that. And I always recommend to people, like, just start, just try it, like see if you actually enjoy it before you end up spending money on it, and you'll learn if it's actually for you and if it's actually what you want to do. But yeah, so that's gonna be the face cam that I use. Other than that, I have my 2 lights. I got the lights off of Amazon. They weren't super expensive in terms of lights, but they are a little bit pricey, especially when you're starting out. I've had no problems with these ones. I've had them for about 3 months now, and they've been super awesome. Next, we come to my PlayStation 5 that I have sitting on the desk here. So one of the things that I really like about my setup, especially when it comes to my PlayStation right here that you guys see, is I don't actually have to switch any cables when I go from PC to the PlayStation. There's just a button on the back of this monitor, and I hit it twice and it goes to HDMI, and then you guys will see the screen pop up here. But the nice thing about this and having my headset hardwired is whatever's on the screen is what my headset hears. When I switch over to PlayStation, I don't have to touch any wires. So what allows me to do this is it's a DisplayPort cable. So most monitors, especially nowadays, have 2 different options for being viewed on your PC. You can do HDMI or you can do a DisplayPort cable. So DisplayPort cable, it's kind of like a fancy HDMI, but what it allows is, this is my main monitor, but it still allows, even if this is not the view that it's on, it to be projected onto my secondary monitor. I can still drag stuff over even when I have my PlayStation up, and so this is how I see my OBS, but I can still interact with everything. Whereas if it was HDMI based from this to my PC, then when I switch to my PlayStation, I wouldn't be able to like edit this anymore because it's not reading the main monitor. So that part's really nice. If you're struggling with that, there's a lot of videos, and that's how I actually figured out how to do it on YouTube. But all you need is a DisplayPort cable from your main monitor to your computer, and then you also just hook an HDMI from your PlayStation to that same monitor. The way that my gameplay on my PlayStation feeds into my OBS and everything on this screen is through a capture card that I actually have taped up on the bottom of my desk there. And I just have an Elgato, I think it's like an HD60 or something like that. It's nothing super crazy. It's probably 4 years old at this point. When I first started making content, I bought one. It's a really high quality capture card. I mostly use it with OBS, but you can also use it with Elgato's streaming and capturing program called, I think it's just Elgato. I don't remember the name of it, but I used it with that for a while, and I use OBS now because I stream and stuff. So the lighting's a little weird on this because I don't have any of my other stuff on right now, and I don't have either of these lights on, but this is the main screen that I'll see like my gameplay on. And then if I go to my capture card, hit PlayStation right there, it'll transfer over, and then you get me in the corner up there, and then you also get the gameplay that I see on the other screen. So that part's pretty cool. When I am streaming on YouTube, I use this little shorts setup up here. So this is what would feed to YouTube. This is what always feeds to my Twitch. I also forgot to mention when I was initially recording this, I have a backlight, and it's just a ring light, but all it really does is put like a shadow behind me. I got the ring light from Best Buy like 3 years ago, and it still like works. It still lights up like it's run forever. So it's honestly like my first and like probably one of my best purchases. I honestly, like, after recording this, I don't know how exactly this is going to turn out. I hope you guys do like understand a little bit more about my setup and enjoyed like the preview and everything. The office is still kind of coming together, so if there's any updates, I might put it in the community post. But hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day. See you guys in the next one. Peace.